The number on my screen wouldn't stop climbing. 19,847. Refresh. 21,392. Refresh. 23,118. I rubbed my eyes, convinced I was still dreaming. Yesterday, nobody knew I existed. Today, thousands of strangers were arguing about whether I was lucky or talented. The funny part? I knew the truth. I wasn't talented. I was terrified. Every punch I'd thrown in that alley had been driven by panic, not skill. If those robbers hadn't run because of the police sirens, I would have lost. Badly. Then another notification appeared. Ghost coach. Midnight. Don't be late. No profile picture. No followers. No posts. Just a black silhouette as the account icon. I almost ignored it. Almost. The clock on my desk clicked over to 11:59 p.m. My apartment was silent, except for the soft hum of the old refrigerator. I glanced toward the bedroom. My little sister Mia was asleep. She was 12 years old, small for her age, with shoulder-length black hair that curled at the ends. Even while sleeping, she kept one hand wrapped around the faded stuffed fox our mother had given her years ago. Whenever she smiled, tiny dimples appeared on both cheeks. She always tried to act older than she was, but to me, she'd always be the little girl who believed I could fix anything. Except I couldn't. Not Mum's death, not the unpaid bills, not the holes in our ceiling, and certainly not my own life. I quietly pulled the blanket over her shoulder before returning to my room. The laptop screen glowed in the darkness. 12 a.m. A new message appeared. Ghost coach, join the call. I clicked. The screen stayed black for several seconds. Then a distorted voice spoke. You came. It sounded neither young nor old. Just calm. I almost didn't, I admitted. I know. That answer made me pause. You've already decided I'm a scam. Maybe. You think yesterday made you special. It didn't. Good. The voice almost sounded pleased. Then you still have a chance. A video suddenly appeared on the screen. It showed two men facing each other. One was twice the size of the other. The larger man charged first. The smaller man stepped aside by barely an inch. One movement. One strike. The fight ended instantly. I blinked. How? Pause the video. I did. What do you see? The smaller guy won. No. I frowned. What? He won before the fight started. Silence. I don't understand. You will. The screen zoomed toward the larger man's feet. His front foot pointed inward. His shoulders leaned too far forward. His fists were tight. He already decided how he'd attack. Ghost coach continued. Most people watch hands. You watched hands. I watch balance. I leaned closer to the screen. For the first time, fighting looked less like chaos, more like a puzzle. For the next 7 days, Ghost coach said, you are forbidden from throwing a single punch. What? You heard me. How am I supposed to learn to fight without punching? Because punching is the last thing a fighter learns. I stared at the screen. Tomorrow, stand outside your school. Watch people walk. Nothing else. Seriously? Tell me which students would win a fight. Without seeing them fight? Exactly. That's impossible. Ghost coach chuckled. No, you've simply never paid attention. The call disconnected. The next morning, I felt ridiculous. Instead of entering school immediately, I stood near the front gate pretending to check my phone. Students walked past. Groups laughed. Teachers hurried inside. I remembered Ghost Coach's words. Watch balance. Not faces. Not muscles. Balance. The football captain carried himself with confidence, but every few steps, he favoured his right knee. Old injury. A tall senior constantly cracked his knuckles. Nervous habit. Not confidence. A short girl from the kendo club walked quietly through the crowd. Her posture was perfectly straight, and every step landed softly, almost silently. I had never noticed her before, yet suddenly, she looked dangerous. Maybe Ghost Coach wasn't crazy after all. Move. A shoulder slammed into mine. I looked up. Rex Donovan. He was taller than me by nearly 4 inches, with broad shoulders built from years of boxing training. His blonde hair was always styled with too much gel, and there was a thin scar just above his right eyebrow, a souvenir from a junior boxing tournament he never stopped bragging about. He smiled often, but it never reached his eyes. Behind him stood his usual followers. Evan, the loudmouth who laughed before Rex even finished a joke. Cole, quiet, heavyset, and the strongest of the three. They weren't just bullies, they were a pack. "You've become famous," Rex said, smirking. He held up his phone. My alley fight was playing on the screen. Students nearby whispered, "That's him, the viral guy, so he really goes here." For the first time, people were looking at me. Not because I was being bullied, because they recognised me. Rex noticed it too. His smile faded. "I don't like sharing attention." He stepped closer until we were almost face to face. "After school, the old gym. You and me. No laughter. No audience. Just a challenge." He walked away. My stomach tightened. Yesterday, I would have spent the whole day panicking. Today, I found myself looking at his feet. His left foot dragged slightly. His shoulders leaned forward when he got angry. His right hand stayed lower than his left. Without realising it, I was analysing him. Exactly like Ghost Coach had taught me. Maybe, just maybe, I wasn't as helpless as I thought. That evening, another message appeared. "Ghost Coach. Good. You finally stopped looking at faces." I froze. There was no way he should have known what I had been doing. Unless he had been watching me.